Well, we asked yesterday, hey, why have we not seen transfer cards yet? Feels like maybe it's going to be a preseason kind of thing. And it turns out we got news today that that's exactly what it's going to be. And preseason's actually coming out very soon. It's the name of the next season, actually. And also, we maybe got the most ridiculous pack leak I've ever seen. Honestly, it's hilariously bad. We'll talk about it. You'll see it. And yeah, we won't say much more about it until we get there. And we do have some Futties Team 4 stuff and also Best of Batch 3 stuff as well, which a couple cool SBCs in there, but one you might not be very happy about, like one piece of news. And for this video at the end, I'll open this icon pick plus this new Futties pick as well. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description down below. They are the cheapest and the safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. Just to give us a little something to look forward to, I suppose. But thank you guys for joining and watching. And if you guys were here yesterday, I also mentioned that I'm going to be now taking 20 seconds a day to show you the expiring SBCs in case you guys had some squads done or something like that on them. And then also I'll do evos and objectives too. So here's our 20 seconds. So first of all, Melchi Dumernay expires in 16 hours, guys. Not that anybody probably cares about her, but Ayamiyama as well expires. You know, decent card there. And then literally nothing else is expiring apart from just the Daily Cup, which obviously expires every day. So, okay, we can just get started on to some leaks and news now. But okay, so up firstly here, tying into our preseason talk, right? We got a bunch of new transfer cards today. Most of you probably already saw this, but just the first page here, KDB, Verts, Trent, Jonathan Tah. A few are missing, like the recent ones, like Gyökeres is not here. A lot of the ones that were done a little while ago are now on here, and going to page 7 right here, you got a lot more, obviously. I think it was like 100 added today at least. So that kind of gave away what was coming next, but now it's confirmed that this preseason, we're definitely going to be getting transfer cards. Now it's confirmed here just a few hours later. It's the name of the next season pass. It'll be called preseason. I wonder if the premium pass will actually get better rewards maybe for something in next year's game, or if there won't be any like carryover rewards in the season pass. Maybe they could just do it that way, right? 98 or 99 rated SBCs, and the best of is expected back into packs, and of course earn free packs for next year's game as well. And I believe this is just a concept card design. I've not seen this card design anywhere, so I'm assuming that it is just a concept. It looks a lot better than our other year's preseason transfer cards. Those card designs actually don't look very good, but these ones look cool. Yeah, sort of expected to see it at some point, obviously, but you do wonder what they do with the season pass, right? If they'll have rewards in there that will have to do with next year, if you like say reach level 30, if it's just everybody gets the same rewards, premium pass or not. I'm not saying they should or shouldn't. I would personally not want them to hide it behind a paywall. At the same time, I wonder how they do the season, or if maybe they won't even do a premium season pass this next year, or sorry, this next season, right? Because we're just so far into the cycle now. I don't know what they'll do. What do you guys think? And with those new transfers, by the way, they did not add Pogba, so he'll be in probably next year's game, but I think it was a pipe dream to kind of have him in this year's one anyway. And then with the news of a best of kind of being in packs, which you knew would be the case here, we got news of the Batch 3 best of, and I thought we might see Shapeshifters cards in here. Looks like we won't be seeing them. This is going to be a new batch of like all of the top team of the season cards, maybe. Mbappe, CR7, Messi, Salah, Rafinha, Dembele there, and no Shapeshifters though, looks like. So maybe like Immortals and team of the season, and then back, I think, is where this next best of will remain. So there will still be a shit ton of cards in packs, but it just will maybe not be quite as good as some thought that it could be, because obviously there's a lot of usable Shapeshifters, and a lot of these cards here are mainly Evo fodder. You know, we're obviously looking at the ones that are the best here, but you know, you go back 10 more cards down when there's 200 of them in packs, and you're looking at all Evo fodder basically. And now before we actually go into the Futties Team 4 SBCs and like the cards and stuff like that, I'll show you this pack that EA leaked here. Well, no, EA didn't leak it, but leakers saw that it was added to the code, right? And just appreciate this one, okay? Because the pack that was added to the code is a max 98 Futties player pack. I mean, are we really doing this? It's August and we're doing this. This is shocking. I mean, it's not shocking, but you know what I'm trying to say. Why? What is the point in gatekeeping the 99 Futties in a random gamble pack that you're not going to get a 99 Futties card in anyway? This, I honestly want to say, could be a troll, because this is like, who's gatekeeping these cards in August? I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. Okay, next up here we have our first SBC leak, and that is Puskas. So Puskas Futties SBC, no official card yet, so we'll wait to see on that. This is just a prediction here. But yeah, Puskás in FIFA is always great. I'm curious to see like how deep they go into great SBCs for the next couple weeks here, because it's been a while since we had like a lot of great SBCs in a row, and I don't know if that's like a new thing they're doing next year, where SBCs just might not be as good, right? But it feels like they're leading towards that way, and I'm not really sure why. But here is our second SBC, and that's Wayne Rooney. Official stats on him though, and he looks pretty crazy. Rapid, finesse, low driven, press proven, and pinged pass. It's a pretty awesome card there. One of the better SBCs really when you think about it, honestly. And like I said, maybe I'm being too harsh on the SBCs recently, but it feels like they have kind of shied away from the ridiculous like 10 out of 10 SBCs. They're kind of shying away from those, but we do have Rooney coming out. This guy replies and says, leak the whole batch 3 please, and AC says tomorrow, friend. So today, some point for tomorrow's video, we'll have the whole batch 3 that we can look at. But yeah, right now Puskás and Rooney are the SBCs, and then right here we have this loading screen that shows some of the players that will be just in the main team, but here they are. So Ruud Gullit we saw already, but Ousmane Dembele makes it, Thierry Henry makes it in. This is Moises Caicedo, not Linda Caicedo, so that's nice. Luis Suarez makes it in, Heung-min Son makes it in, and Bonmati makes it in. So some pretty popular players there. But are you feeling like, you know, the end of futties can come anytime now? You know, how you feel about futties at this point? I'm kind of ready personally for the transferred cards and to think about next year's game, right? And we do actually have some more players here. So Serginho Dest is in there, and then Hidetoshi Nakata and Sol Campbell make it in the futties team 4 as well, in case you guys wanted to see some more players there. But then our next leak that we've got here is this, and it's not a leak. I don't know why I said that. EA tweeted out literally the exact date of this, but the career mode deep dive is on August 1st, and the clubs and archetypes deep dive is July 31st. So today you'll see the clubs and archetypes deep dive, which is interesting because apparently archetypes is in FC Ultimate Team as well, or at least like elements from archetypes will be in Ultimate Team. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm not really sure, but yeah, career mode deep dive, player and manager career will be on August 1st. So EA tweeted that out earlier today. And I apologize, this is a flashbang here, but I gotta show you guys this quote. So Andrew Wilson, okay, quote from the man himself, the main man. EA boss does not seem worried about rematch stealing EA Sports FC26's thunder, as he insists, we love competition, but are always watching competitors. We never sit back with arrogance, says Andrew Wilson, as his nose slowly grows from the room that he is sitting his rich ass in. And the only other interesting thing here is that he talked about how we have the greatest football creation team on the planet, and he's encouraged not just by what they're building this year, but also what they're building in years to come, as we think about an upcoming World Cup, which is a big piece of what next year might hold, right? And the many new social platform features we've teased in past conversations. So first time he's mentioned the World Cup, I think, which is interesting how they're going to figure out like the best way to go about the licensing for that. But I want to lean towards the side of they'll just end up getting a license anyway, because they'll put in the biggest bid in FIFA. We'll just like the money out of that. But it is interesting that they might not get the license next year. If that is the case, what do they even do? They've had the World Cup license for the last like 5 World Cups, like 20 plus years, and I don't know what they do if they don't get the license for that. But yeah, what do you guys think of this quote? We never sit back with arrogance and pretend we don't have to be thoughtful about what's going on in the marketplace and what new players might want out of the next football experience that they want to play. Now, just what are your thoughts on on Andrew Wilson's quotes, guys? And the last little like interesting tidbit of info that I thought was worth showing you guys was this. So Witcher says every pitch notes has to be released before the beta, because obviously after that everyone leaks everything, right? So you kind of see everything. Now the thing with that is that then the Ultimate Team deep dive would need to be like before August 6th, which maybe will be the case, but I'd guess that that's not going to be the case. The Witcher is like one of the most reliable sources, so I would assume here that the Ultimate Team deep dive will actually be in pretty early August, and once that comes out, I'll upload like right away after. I'll break the upload schedule for the Ultimate Team deep dive. It'll be very important to see what they've added and what they've not added. But yeah, he basically says it'll be before August 6th, so I mean, we'll have to wait and see. And with the market right now, okay, wait, hold on one sec. I'll be honest with you, I did not know Leroy Sané went to Galatasaray. I I had no idea this transfer existed. I might not know ball, but that's a random transfer I never thought I would see. Anyway, you're probably actually pretty good with shapeshifters cards, right? I said yesterday that like, oh yeah, shapeshifters Teo Hernandez, shapeshifters Leao or something. Or wait, no, he was a he was a season pass card. Shapeshifters Foden, right? These cards are like 300k plus. Get out of them. They'll probably be okay, actually. You won't need to panic sell them. They're not in this best of batch. We'll have the full best of batch for tomorrow's video. You're probably actually pretty okay with these cards here. Before shapeshifters, then I'll want to sell, but you're probably fine with the shapeshifters cards at the moment, considering best of batch what, 4? Yeah, 4 will actually have shapeshifters cards in it, probably for preseason, which is like, you know, a week plus away at this point. And okay, let's read some of your comments now, and then we'll get into our couple of picks that we've got. So 10th Wonder, these cup packs are so trash and pointless when we have exchange SBCs that give out this and more. This is always one of the biggest problems with summer FIFA. I love summer FIFA myself, but the gameplay objectives are pretty much always not worth it because you can menu grind so well right now. So what I prefer they do is kind of, instead of an 85-10 for some of these like really crazy gameplay objectives, do an 85-20, right? Or for these cups right here, do an 85-10 or 85-20 again. Like I said, you got to make them a little more worth it when you have, like right now, it's an 84-3 for winning 2 games in cups. It's like, okay, I can do an 84-10 for like nothing right now. So that's always the problem with the summer FIFA in terms of the gameplay rewarding aspect. I personally wish they kind of up the gameplay rewards, and obviously you guys probably do too, to match what the menu rewards are now compared to what the menu rewards were in like January and February, right? But yeah, it's the main thing is like, I don't even care to play about these cups when I could just grind out hella 89 exchanges and open better packs constantly than like the gameplay objectives are. You know, that leaves a little bit of reward room to be desired there, right? And wait, Jorge finishing, guys. We got Z-Bytes here. Exclusive rewards are incredible. Some people earned them and got a few million coins in value, Maldini, Xavi Simons, etc., for playing and had fun doing it. They're giving out coins tons of other ways if you don't want to play them. Also, tons of rewards included in those cups outside of the players. And this is kind of that like opposite sort of viewpoint of the guy that we read their comment from yesterday, where it's like, yeah, technically speaking, it's not millions of coins of value because you're not getting millions of coins, but that Maldini and Xavi Simons card, how expensive would they have been on the market, right? I think the Maldini would have been the most expensive there. Xavi Simons, hard to maybe say. But I think what the other commenter would have said in response to this yesterday would have probably been like, hey, I'm assuming you can get those players. Considering how happy you are about that, I'm assuming you can get those guys. And I know that you shouldn't consider what rewards are good and what aren't good versus can I get them and can I not get them. You want to try and review them in an objective way, but I'm guessing myself that he would reply that to you. And in Z-Bytes, what would you say back to that, right? Can you get those players, or did you not get any of them, but you still are on the side of giving exclusive rewards based on a certain parameter and wins or something like that? I do think it's a hard thing to balance. This is one of the few things I give EA a little bit of leeway on, is I get it's hard to balance exclusive rewards for players who are good versus rewards that are good and not exclusive, if that makes sense. So I don't know what the best way to handle that is, but Z-Bytes, if you're watching this, then let me know in the comments. And we got Crack FC Market here. JFC, you're wrong about friendlies. I'm an average 7 to 8 win champs player. The game is currently heavily played by the hardcore players, not much casuals, similar to rivals. And basically, in summary here, Crack says like the elo is just high right now in general because we're in the summer. The best players are probably still around. The super duper casuals just probably aren't around right now. Like he says, you're a bit ahead. Actually, I've had only a total of 1 out of 6 wins. So obviously, I'm not playing against my elo. And that's always the hard thing, is that I think what you're saying here is probably exactly right. I think what sucks is that because the way the matchmaking is right now, we can't judge each other's matchmaking based off of our own anecdotal experiences, because we've been playing a matchmaking system that has elo based matchmaking, if that makes any sense. So your elo might be like you were actually winning a lot of games there, or say losing a lot of games, and then you ended up playing the players you're playing now. And I might have also been winning or losing a lot of games to play the players I'm playing now. So it's not like, for example, the first game you join into is the first round game. Second game, second round game. Third game, third round game. Like draft matchmaking, it's not like that right now. So we don't have like a controlled variable, I guess, in some of the matchmaking. You might be matchmaking against players who are just better than you because you got unlucky, right? Just simple as that. You might have just gotten unlucky. I might be playing players who are on my level because I'm just on a higher elo. And that's the problem, is that we might actually have a flip-flop situation there where it's the opposite between me and you. But we have no way of figuring that out because the matchmaking system is based on elo and not just simply put where you are in the tournament. And that's why I hope Cups next year is the same matchmaking kind of for everybody. And that way it's easier to tell if you get unlucky, right? Or you get lucky in matchmaking. It's easier to tell that way. Okay, here are a couple of picks here. So we'll start off with the futties player pick, team 1 through 3. No icons, apparently. We'll press triangle and just skip through all of them at once. Dudek, Vinny. I already have him. Oh, that's actually been a pretty decent pick, but I already have Vinny. I packed him, and I'm using him in my team right now. And I've liked him a lot because he has Incisive Plus. He's really good, and he's 500k, man. I already have him. Oh, it's so unfortunate. This is actually a really nice pull there. 500k in this market. It's like 1,000,000 plus coins in other markets, right? So that's unfortunate, but okay, we'll see what we can get with the icon pick here. Very first one's going to be Lothar Matthäus, who seems to always be in the first slot. I don't know why. Ronald Koeman, already have him as well, I guess. Number 3, we've got Franz Beckenbauer, already have him as well. And the last one is going to be Patrick Kluivert. I mean, I don't know. Okay, it's fine. If I didn't already have Vinny, that'd been a great pull, actually, but I do already have him, so okay. I mean, I guess that's that. I wish I could give him to one of you guys, but I can't because we're in 2025 and the technology's not there. But thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all so much, and I love you all. Peace.